Hello and welcome to the Education Shopping Channel. I'm your host, Professor Robin Cox.
Today on Infomercial Wednesdays, we'll be exploring an exciting new product.
Predicting your way to better reading and writing.
The hardest pedagogical aspects of literacy writing for students is the issue of actually getting started.
That's why we've created these marvellous hand-painted, timeless, multicultural, imaginative and detailed writing activity lessons.
Let's take a look at these beauties. This product is designed to give an interesting and engaging 1 hour reading and writing lesson each week. Now we say reading and writing because we believe to be a good reader, you need to be a good predictor. And to be a good predictor, you need to be a good reader. And to be a great writer, you need to be both of these things.
Literacy in Australia talks about academic Moss, who writes, "Children intuitively understand the fluidity of images." Hence why we created this satisfyingly challenging and unique product. We have taken these findings and critically evaluated and interpreted a range of pedagogical approaches, making sure our product supports and teaches student diversity. I love using Predicting Your Way to Better Reading and Writing cards. They're creative, imaginative, highly engaging, and really easy to use. In my classroom, each student gets a new card every few weeks, depending on their skill level. Each card has the same tasks for 1 and 2, and then an alternative task for 3. Task 1 is a 30-second prediction exercise. Students are to write quick reaction responses. Students are to choose 5 of the following questions to answer, again giving short answers for each question and predicting story through interpreting detail. Students will attempt to get from task 1 to 3 in one lesson. Here are a few examples of my favourite task 3s. Use your illustration information to write a narrative. Use the information in the illustration to draw a comic strip narrative. Use the illustration information to create a travel brochure. Some examples of how I might use this tool to approach assessment. Final comparison. So from the initial 30-second prediction to when the students finish. Anecdotal feedback from students is also very important. I can ask them questions, probing questions like, do you think you would be able to write about issues such as social justice? Students are also given the opportunity to assess their work. Then ultimately I will assess the accuracy of the students' answers and their feedback. It does allow students to accomplish their work confidently and have autonomy at the same time. These cards, they give students the capacity to make important learning connections and manipulate really big abstract ideas. Son Oliver, he raves about predicting your way to better reading and writing cards. He comes home with great enthusiasm after writing class each week. He's able to explain to me the techniques he's used to help his writing skills grow. I really think that this technique and these lessons work because he really enjoys writing now. Writing lessons with Predicting Your Way to Better Reading and Writing cards are my favourite class of the week. It's where I get to use my imagination and be creative whilst becoming a stronger and more interesting writer. I used to struggle with writing before these cards, but now these cards have helped guide me to become a more confident writer. I never knew where to start before, but now I can't wait to sit down and finish my stories. Oh, I also love task 1, where our teacher times us. It's so fun to see where the first responses that I come up with, and then when I finish task 2, to see all the other information that I come up with makes for a really interesting picture and it really captures my imagination. Let me take a minute to talk about the wonderful details of this stellar product.
The art on these cards, hand-painted, Australian-made. Our cards incorporate multicultural snapshots of foreign life. Aboriginal dreaming. Each card ergonomically designed by our talented engineering team to swing up so the students have all the information in front of them. Each image is brightly coloured, competing with digital imagery.
We supply the writing lessons for not only one lesson, but a whole year's worth of lessons.
Today we're offering Predicting Your Way to Better Reading and Writing card 2 payments of $49.99. Or why don't you pay in full and receive our extension Task 3 writing booklet, offering lessons on theme, genre, report writing, tasks using first-hand, second-hand and third-hand person, writing letters about social justice, salience and so much more.
That's all the time we have here. I'm your host, Professor Robin Cox. See you next week with another amazing learning tool.